Alright, here's the box is basically done. Put a little spring-loaded hook latch on there and open it up. Created this nice little box. So now when I'm over at my garden, the reason why I ended up making this box is because my vegetable patch is quite a ways from the house. So every time I need to tie up the tomatoes, I had to go to the greenhouse or the house and get my string, my hemp string, and my scissors. And I'd be running back and forth, so I decided to make this garden box to hold all these, you know, like pens, paper, for some notes, and most important, it would be the hemp string and the scissor. So when I'm done, it would always be right there. And if I ever need to tie up some tomatoes without running back and forth, it's always going to be there. So it's very simple. It's all 2x2s, cedar, the cedar dog-eared fencing. And I used a little dollop here and I carved this notch in here so it slides down in there and it'll pull out up on that other end. So there we go. And always use cedar instead of that wolmanized wood. Alright, here the last step is to put the post on it because this box is pretty heavy. So what I'm going to do is use a 4x4 post that's going to go into the ground. And if you want, you could actually, if you have a post that's secure, you might be able to tie in the box into the post that you have already. But this is what I'm doing. I have these already set in. Use this as my, to see where the 4x4 is going to go. And then once I put it in, of course it's going to be turned upside down because this is the bottom. Once I get that set on there, when it's sitting up, and I place the box on it, then I could add the last one and then tie in with my screws. And always remember, the most important part is to pre-drill your holes, because with cedar it's going to crack right through it, which I already did already. Here's an example. See, I had it too close. I didn't go through, but you could see the crack in there, and that's not going to hold nothing because this box weighs pretty heavy. So there you go. That's another part of the puzzle. Alright, and the key here, when you get the 4x4 cut, it's got to be nice and flat, so when it gets on that post, it's going to be resting just flush on there. So that's very important. Now time to dig the hole, put it in the ground. Alright, so the post hole has been dug. Frost line around zone 5 by me is about 36 inches. And since this is only going to be, you really don't have to like add no concrete unless you really want it really sturdy. The box weighs maybe, what I'd say, like 10 pounds. So that's why I put the 2x2, the 4x4 in, so it will be sturdy enough. And all I'm going to do is backfill with soil. You could backfill with gravel to make it a little bit tighter, or if you really want, backfill it with cement or concrete, and that will really make it sturdy. So here we go, time to install. Alright, here goes the screws. Alright, so basically, to make it easy on yourself, as you're digging the hole, place it in buckets or in a wheelbarrow, so it's just easier to put back into the ground. And now it's time to fill in the hole. Alright, there you go. Basically it's done. I shall open it up. And there you go. You got enough room for your hemp twine, your scissors. I'm missing my pruner, but that's going to go in here. My bug spray, my all-natural botanical bug spray with neem, and my trowel, and my gloves. So basically, I don't have to run to the house now when I want to tie up my tomatoes. It's a little overkill, but it's made of cedar, and it'll last for, God, probably 10-15 years. And that's it. So, hope you can try it, and let me know how it works out for you. Alright, and there you go. And the reason I have it at like basically chest height, because I can go into the box here without bending and stooping over, which is kind of nice. So you could see whatever you want, with what height that you want it, and that's about it. So DIY garden box for storage of your tools. And there it is from a distance. And then one last word of advice. Since the top is only one layer, you have this slice down there. What I'm going to do is add another layer and stagger them, so the next one will be directly in the middle of this. So if you do get some water seepage, it's not going to go into the box itself. Or you could put like a little poly rubber mat on top of this, like a pool liner. Cut a piece out, tuck it around the corner, and then take a 2x2 right in here, and that will hold the lip and hide it. And you can't forget your hinges. So there's a little project for you. And like I said, the whole purpose of it is, personally for me, I kept on running for my garden. Is not right around the corner from the house. So I got tired of going back and forth, so I decided to make a little storage box to contain all the tools. Do it yourself and have fun. Alright, one other suggestion is what you could do is buy little hooks that will be able to screw into the side here, and then you'll be able to hang your tools accordingly to keep them more organized and to give you more space in the box. Then also you could put a little pad of paper with some pencils so you could do your notes, see which varieties did well, and that's about it. So enjoy your garden storage box. And there's the latch on the side. Alright, we're almost done here. I just picked up more cedar to do that top layer, the second layer for the roof. Because remember, when I put the first layer down, you got those grooves in there. So if you put that second layer, it's going to cover those cracks up. So what I did is I got it hanging probably about a 1/4 inch on each side. You can maybe do up to an inch, or actually I should say about a 1/2 inch. You could do up to an inch. And then up front, you want to have it staggered just a little bit there. And then if you want in the back also, but I cut mine a little short, so it's going to be flush in the back. But the main thing is to get that second layer up so you don't have no leakage. And I can't stress it enough. I'm about to drill my holes. You have to drill the holes into the cedar before you do your screws, or else the wood's gonna crack. So that's the most important part, is put some drill holes in it before you put the screws in. Alright, here's the hooks. So this is what's going to hold the back of my pruner holder. So all it is it was an L, but I ended up bending it. So it's going to go in like that, and it's going to hold it up. And then on the other side, for the trowel, to hold the trowel. Alright, what I did here is, that's what's going to hold the trowel, but I had to cut down that end so it would fit in that little hole. Alright, there it is. It's finished. The organic slant miniature garden shed to hold your tools, gloves, whatever you want, so you don't have to leave your garden. If you want to stake up your plants, you have everything you want right inside the garden. So let's check it out. Let's get a little closer here. There it is. You've got the little spring latch. So open that up, and voila. Let's take a little look. So the most important part of the whole thing was this right here. This is my hemp twine. That's what I used to stake up the tomatoes. So I got that over there on the doll. Only thing I still have to do is just cut out a little space up in here so I could pull that rod out when I have to refill the spool. So what else do we got here? I added some little hooks and latches for anything else, and then here is, actually I didn't, it's the only thing I didn't get it, I didn't spin that. Well, I'm gonna have to spin that so it's standing up. What I did is I cut it down a little bit so I can get into that hole. So that's basically gonna be right there for my trowel. Always go with your wooden handles. What else do we have? I put some cup hooks that'll hold my pencil and pens. You got your little nozzles if you need them. Pad of paper and labels to keep track of what you're growing. You got the all-natural botanical outdoor spray with neem for the mosquitoes and bugs. That's very important. We have a really nice little pair of scissors here, very sharp. That's for harvesting. And then here's my pruners, which I'm hanging on that little hook there for if I need some bigger stuff cut. And last but not least are the gloves. So let's give you a couple measurements here. Basically it is going about 15 inches. What you want to start with is this right here. This is the easiest part. So for my little bench, it is at right there, like 14, and it's at the 45-degree angle. You make two of those. That's the top and the bottom. I could have I didn't put the corners in because I used the sides to hold it together, but see how the corner is here? This is what you really kind of want to do, but I really didn't need to. And that's about it. When I screwed it in, I cut these at an angle because I got some screws, they were a little bit too long, so I just put an angle to hide it so you don't get poked. It looks pretty good. There's no nail ends or screw ends coming out the end, and I'm pretty happy with it. It smells awesome. It's cedar. You're not going to be using the wolmanized wood. I put the second roof on it. That's complete. So it's awesome. If I need to stake my vegetables in the patch, I don't have to run to the house now. I got everything right here. And the last thing you do is give it a date. I completed mine today, July 9th, 2012. There's the post there that I used a recycled cedar 4x4. And there it is, final product. So make one, you'll love it. The only thing is you got to be careful with cedar. You got the splinters. If you want, you could actually sand down the edges, but I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to let it do weather naturally. And that's it. Got that nice little overhang here. So there you go. Go out and make one. Do it yourself.